Hello, ladies and gents! Another week, another set of hopefully entertaining videos. I'm knee-deep right now in preparing a review for the popular Tier 8 Premium Medium, the AMX CDC for you, and we will also have a fun compilation of the infamous T49 coming up soon. First, however, I have here another great replay that I wanted to share with you. Now, Chinese heavy tanks are not among the more popular lines to be explored in World of Tanks, but perhaps we should pay a little bit more attention to them. Courtesy of Manfred257, today we are going to see just how powerful these surprisingly agile steel behemoths can be, even under special circumstances like attacking on a Karelia assault. Popcorn at the ready, and here we go! Alright, so here we are in our Tier 8 Chinese premium heavy tank, the 112, and it's a glorious matchmaking we have here right now. There are only a couple of Tier 8s on both of the teams, the rest is Tier 7s and there are even a couple of Tier 6s on it, so that looks very tasty indeed. Now this is Karelia assault and we are on the attacking team, which means we will definitely have to do some quality work to get this done, cause these things are not easy. Now of course matchmaking is great and that should definitely help, and the 112 is actually quite a nifty little machine. The Chinese heavy tank line shares quite a few similarities with the Russian heavy tank line actually. And the 112 is the Tier 8 Chinese premium heavy tank is rather similar to the Russian Tier 8 premium heavy tank, the IS-6, and actually we have to really worry mostly about the enemy IS-6, because that guy seems to be a rather good player as well. Luckily he is on the other front, so that should at least help with the first steps in the game. Otherwise, what we do have here is a really juicy turret front with 240mm, so we definitely should be able to put that to good use. However, we have to be careful working ridge lines, because we only have 6 degrees of gun depression on this thing. Now as for the gun, it's the usual Chinese/Russian heavy tank gun. It's not really accurate, 0.44 meters. It has very slow aim time, about 3.3 seconds at base. And it can churn out about, well, a bit below 5 rounds per minute. The gun handling is not perfect, but when it hits 390 alpha damage, the enemy will definitely feel that one. Now you already can see us bouncing a couple of shots here from our turret front. This is a really nice position to be in, although it has to be said that a lot is depending on your teammates, how well they can neutralize the artillery, because while this is a really nice hold down position, when even with our gun depression we can work just nicely, we are at the mercy of artillery here. Lucky for us, actually both of the enemy artillery players have been taken out by our team in the very beginning, so that should help us greatly for the rest of the match. Oh ho, that's a very dangerous machine, and you also see us switching here to heat. Now, that's a very reasonable choice. And that's because this thing, quite similar to the IS-6 as well on the enemy team, does have preferential matchmaking, which is great news. But that also means that these guys only have 175mm of penetration on their standard AP rounds. And even against the Tier 8s frontally, that will be very tricky to use. Look at this oh-ho melting away. Big shout out to the Fury there. He's a good player in a Tier 6 machine in a Tier 8 match, and he really did go and get stuck in. Flanking the enemy, distracting them, and now with the help of our teammates we should be able to make short work of these guys. That is exactly what team play is all about. And those were actually relatively low caliber HE shells from the KV-13, which is an interesting choice of ammunition, let's say. And we are just calling him out as well. Oh, and there he is. I'm sure there will be more unspotted enemies on this side, so we have to be careful. Advancing it, and there you go. We also tank the Fury, who says no problem. So refreshing to see it. So often you see teams which do not give a damn about each other and lose as a direct result of that. Not this time though. Not this time. Alright, so it seems there is an IS as well, and he has a very dangerous gun too. So let's try not to get smacked in the face with it. He's aiming this way. And okay, so the IS is shooting HE as well. What the hell is going on? But that's okay. I actually don't mind it that much if these guys continue shooting HE at us, because we can take big chunks of their health off, and they will be doing relatively minor damage in return only. I mean, look at this IS, just leaving his sights completely open. And that, by the way, was a very, very wise thing to do. You see, we have perfect shots at the sides of his tank, so we can actually decide where we want to shoot him. Actually, there are 2 points which we could have chosen here. One is going for the tracking shot, which is pretty much always a good decision. Keeping him pinned out of position is the way to win games. The other choice we could have gone for is to shoot at the back of his tank, trying to set his engine on fire, which is still a good decision as well. But at the same time, if you can go for the tracks and track him in the open, you should probably always take that choice. Now this is of course assault, and we have less than 5 minutes left, so we can't really hang around, and the IS-6, the good player on the enemy team, is in a quite strong defensive position. Especially as the enemy has won the other side of the map, so our work is not done yet. And that Tiger has been rebalanced seriously from above by our artillery. And from this position, that VK has almost no choice getting through our front, so let's push into him. 175mm of penetration and 0.44 meters accuracy won't really be helpful, so let's close in and hit him with our sword. Have to be careful though, we are just exposing our sights to the IS-6 and he takes full advantage of it. And that's dangerous. We really have to get out of this situation as fast as possible. We will be the probably priority target for that guy. The VK is less of a worry, even if he managed to get our side. It's still... oh, and that was painful. Still less of a worry than the IS-6. Right now, however, the tables have turned. The IS-6 is all alone, so it's only a question if we get to shoot that guy and farm some damage. Can we actually loop a shell in between the gun and the hull? Yes, we can. But unfortunately, the IS-6 armor was tough. The match is about to end. Come on! For the killing blow. Nope, we only track him. But we will get at least some tracking damage. And with the IS-6 down, victory is now guaranteed. Well, it's a pity that we could not finish off our arch-nemesis in this match, but a job well done nonetheless. Ace Tanker, Confederate, High Caliber and Steel War are all ours for the taking, and it's all well deserved after this much work. In this almost 8-minute battle, we managed to hoover up over 4,600 damage and 2 kills, netting us a nice over 1,400 base experience game. What's even sweeter is that we could actually do this with the support of our teammates, which is a somewhat rare but always welcome occurrence. All in all, we fired 19 shots, 15 of which hit and 12 of those penetrated as well. These Chinese/Russian heavy tank guns are definitely not designed for snapshots, apart from those well-known crazy exceptions of course. Our armor, especially our turret, did hold up rather nicely as well, bouncing 2/3 of the incoming shots and blocking well over 2000 potential damage. And as this is a tier 8 premium machine, in the end we could keep a nifty little profit of 50,000 credits even with a standard account. My precious! Alright, this was then a little bit of Chinese heavy tank action, courtesy of Manfred257. Congratulations once again for a great game, and many thanks for sending it in. I hope you have been at least as much entertained as I was. If so, thanks a lot for considering giving this a like or sharing it. Tomorrow we will rock on with a review of that fragile French little beauty, the AMX CDC, so don't forget to check back in later as well. Right now, however, have a great rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you again in one of the next videos.